Purple, the only mattress with the GelFlex grid, designed to relieve pressure and reduce pain, so you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together, because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Purple, less pain, better sleep.
Over on our website,
including one that starts at 2 p.m. For more information, just visit our website. Now, if you're also looking to combat food insecurity in our area, you can do so through our Tackle Hunger campaign.
That's right. Jalen and I are competing with the evening team of Carney and Aaron. Oh, yeah, to see who can bring in the most donations for the Wichita Falls Area Food Bank. Boxes are placed at different United Supermarket locations where you can just drop off your donations.
And you'll also find a QR code, just like the one you see on your screen, on the boxes to make a monetary donation. And of course, the real winners of this are the food bank and those who need the food most. However, one team has never won one of these competitions, so it'll be really nice if we can go out and win this. I feel it. This is the year.
Win. I think this is our year.
We've had a good season so far.
We got this.
We're going to make it to the postseason. Let's win this one.
Now, shall we get a final check of our weather?
I think we shall.
All right, Noah.
Well, as we look at the rest of today, we're going in mostly clear skies, high as 65 degrees. We'll cool down to the 50s for the ending of this week and the weekend, back to 63 for Sunday.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Thanks, Noah. Thank you so much for joining us.
This is later today at 5, 6, and 10 p.m., but we'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Have a great one, Texas.
This District 2 City Councilman Robert Brooks is hoping to address the matter, provide transparency, and respond to questions from the community. We have Tyson Dawson joining us now live with Councilor Brooks. Tyson, what can you tell us?
That's right, Jalen. This press conference is to address an ongoing investigation between 2 WFPD officers and an MSU student. And not only am I here with Councilor Brooks, but I'm also here with the mother of the victim herself, as well as a community member, Crystal Washington. And they are here to respond to questions from the community and also address questions that they have themselves. And now we want to give them the time to do this. Good evening, Councilor Brooks. As a counselor, you were shown this video, correct?
Yes, sir.
And can you please describe what you saw in the video?
Actually, the video, it shows Miss Lane being hog-tied, so to speak, in the patrol car. I actually saw her being dragged by her feet, with her hands cuffed behind her back. I saw a backpack sawed off her back. I saw her choke to the point where the guy's knuckles and fist was changing colors, red, blue, black. I heard her ask the officer, why was he doing her this way? And I heard her tell him, I can't breathe. But that did not pull him off of her.
When you said she was drugged, where did they drag her to?
They drug her outside the McDonald's, out the doors of McDonald's, across the driveway, the parking lot, and drug her up to the police car, where he then took and twisted her legs, pretzel style, and tossed her into the vehicle.
Being a father yourself, how did that make you feel seeing that?
Well, like I said, it hit really hard because I have girls, and my girls are a little bigger than she is. She's very small, and to see that this grown man was handling her the way that he was handling her, and to watch her sit there and take it as a victim because she never fought back, and these guys clearly took advantage of the badge, and they took it, and they took this little girl, and the things they done with her was just unlawful.
Mrs. Washington, what made you decide to step in and become an advocate for Mrs. Lane?
So, I have been a community advocate for the last 20 years, and I have brought certain things to the city of Wichita Falls about activism, advocacy for the community. Ms. Lane, I had actually done a power of attorney for her back in July for her daughter, and she got back in touch with me after she could not get back in contact with any of the city government or the Wichita Falls Police Department.
Okay, and to touch on that, you said that as far as communication between the mother and the WFPD, you mentioned that some things weren't lining up. Can you kind of go a little bit further?
Yes, sir. From the information and the knowledge that we have, Ms. Lane contacted the police department on 8/26 when her daughter was arrested. She spoke with a nurse. She did not speak with the captain. She spoke with a woman. So if there was a Captain Fillmore, I believe he's a male, she spoke with a woman at the jail asking about her daughter's medication. Again, I stated she has a power of attorney over her daughter. She was met with combative information as far as she needed to contact the pharmacy X, Y, and Z. She emailed 5 different captains, lieutenants with WFPD, and she received no response. I believe Police Chief Barrega said that they had an active investigation beginning 8/27, so that makes us kind of question if she emailed 5 different times to check on her daughter stating X, Y, and Z, then why did they not contact her back and say, we have opened an investigation, we are looking into what happened with your daughter? She received none of that.
And it was reported that one officer was let go and the other recently resigned. Do you feel as though that is enough, or what more would you like to see done?
What we would like to see, first of all, this started with McDonald's. They were called out. So when the officers came out to speak with Miss Victoria Lane, whom you see right here, you see how small she is. When she was there in the restroom, doing what you do in a restroom, it's McDonald's. It's a you pass through. It's a major highway that goes through. People stop. There's a homeless community, and I'm sure that the people there are. It's also a safe place. They're certified in that. Miss Victoria Lane went there as a safe place. She was waiting on her dorm at Midwestern State University. So when he attacked her and assaulted her, choked her, drug her, we are not okay with just the termination of them. When I contacted Mr. Brooks, he was advised that that the officer was fired and that the other one had resigned, only to find out that he was fired in November and that the other one resigned the same day as the press release. So that was not correct information. So we are in alignment and standing behind Assistant Police Chief, who is Assistant Police Chief. Could you show them your badge? She is an assistant police chief in Terrell, Texas at Southwestern Christian College, because they said they could not speculate on that. So we are in alignment and standing behind her in requesting that the 2 officers bring criminal charges against them, and also she's requesting the termination or resignation of Police Chief Barrega.
And Mr. Brooks, I'll ask you the same question. What would justice look like for you in this situation?
Well, justice for me is again, both officers being arrested and Chief Barrego resigning from his job. As I said, I've dealt with Chief Barrego on several different occasions with similar incidences, and there was nothing done. Absolutely nothing done. And I was assured by him that his officers, the bad officers, are gone, but clearly they're not.
Okay, I think those are all the questions that we have for you all today. Thank you for being with us and addressing some of these questions.
Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, now for a more in-depth look at the full story, including the incident that led to the Texas Rangers investigation and the WFPD chief's comments regarding the officers no longer with the WFPD, click on this story over on our website, TexHomelessHomepage.com.
Well, in other news, the investigation continues into the cause of a house fire in North Wichita Falls.
It happened just before 10:45 Friday night in the 4100 block of Lenore Drive. But Wichita Falls Fire Department units and Shepherd Fire responded to the house fire. After arriving at the scene, crews saw heavy smoke showing from the home.
According to authorities, a person living at the home was able to get out before crews arrived, and the fire was quickly put out in about 15 minutes. The American Red Cross was notified to assist, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
And a burn ban is issued again for Young County.
That's right. The ban is issued by Young County Judge Edwin Graham, and in the declaration of local disaster, it states all outdoor burning in Young County is prohibited for a period of 7 days. That was beginning last Friday. Any violation of the order is seen as a Class C misdemeanor, which can be punished by up to a fine of $500. As a reminder, all of Texoma is in a burn ban except for Wichita County. And following in Young County's footsteps is Montague County, as officials there announced today a burn ban has been enacted.
According to the Commissioner's Court, today all outdoor burning in Montague is banned in the unincorporated areas of the county for 90 days. It does not, however, ban burning when it comes to firefighting training, public utility, or other cooperations, crop harvesting, and in some cases, welding.
Outdoor cooking is allowed if the cooking device is propane, wood, or charcoal, and as it has a complete and full enclosure that's utilized. And the area around the device should also be clear of vegetation and debris within a 5-foot radius. Now, like in Young County, violation of the ban could result in a $500 fine. We're going to send it over now to meteorologist Noah Trombley for a look at our Monday afternoon forecast. Good afternoon, Noah. What are we expecting in the afternoon hours?
Well, we're currently seeing a lot of clear skies than what we expected. A lot of the cloud cover that we see to our south has dissipated. We see just this one little bit of slight cloud cover moving across the area as we go throughout these afternoon hours. This is going to continue for pretty much the rest of today and even into tomorrow. Current temperature 61 degrees for Wichita Falls, 57 for Oklahoma City and Dallas-Fort Worth, Amarillo at 56. So we are actually a slightly bit warmer than the rest of Texas. In fact, 12 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday afternoon. Oklahoma City's 14, Dallas-Fort Worth 4, and Amarillo's 5 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. So lots of sunshine as we head throughout this upcoming week, especially for today and tomorrow. Temperatures are staying above average for the most part, but we do have the slightest of cool downs coming as we head into the ending of this week. Bob will get your full forecast. Come up in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Noah, thank you. Well, the Justice Department is investigating Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and could file criminal charges. But Powell says he's being targeted for not lowering interest rates as quickly as President Donald Trump wants him to. Our Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is in D.C. with more.
Chairman Powell says this investigation threatens the independence of the Federal Reserve, while President Trump says he doesn't know anything about it. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says the Trump administration is trying to influence the independence of the Federal Reserve Board by launching a criminal probe.
The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
Powell says the Department of Justice threatened charges over testimony he made to the Senate Banking Committee about renovations to the Federal Reserve building.
This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings.
President Trump told NBC News he doesn't know about the investigation and would not use the DOJ to pressure Powell or the board to do what he wants, saying, quote, "No, I wouldn't even think of doing it that way." For months, President Trump and Chairman Powell have clashed, in particular over Powell's refusal to quickly lower interest rates, angering the president.
He's a knucklehead. He has no clue. I call him too late. He's always too late.
As well as alleged cost overruns for renovations to the Fed headquarters.
So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Some Republican lawmakers are pushing back. Senator Tom Tillis accusing the administration of, quote, pushing to end the independence of the Federal Reserve, and saying that he'll block the nomination process of Powell's replacement until the issue of the criminal probe is resolved. Powell's term as chairman ends this May. In the meantime, news of the investigation is expected to rattle financial markets. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley.
All right, thank you, Trevor. Now, over the weekend, protests in downtown Austin led to multiple people being detained, and at one point, law enforcement used a chemical irritant to try and disperse the crowd. Governor Abbott released a statement Saturday night on social media saying, quote, Texas Department of Public Safety is not putting up with defiant protesters, and he followed that up with, quote, Texas is not Minnesota, end quote. These comments, along with Saturday's protests, were one of many across the country against immigration and customs enforcement. The protests are in response to a video of an ICE officer shooting and killing a U.S. citizen in Minneapolis who was behind the wheel of a car. Federal officials have defended the officer's actions and called the driver of the car, Renee Good, a domestic terrorist who was using her car as a weapon. But coming up a little later, a new category is coming to the Emmys. What this means for your longtime favorite shows, that'll all be in today's entertainment report. Plus, we've got Jessica with OBI joining us here in the studio to talk all about the ongoing national blood shortage and what you can do to help. That'll be right after your No Knows the Weather forecast with meteorologist Noah Trombley. Stay with us.
You're watching KFDX 3 News at Noon with Jalen Wells, Natalie McCain, and weather with Noah Trombley. Closed captioning on KFDX is sponsored by Hamilton Bryan Furniture and Appliance.
Introducing Purple, the only mattress with the GelFlex grid, designed to relieve pressure and reduce pain, so you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together, because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Purple, less pain, better sleep.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center.
Your child about vaping today.
Now, from KFDX 3, Texoma's Weather Authority, with Noah Trombley.
Well, good afternoon, Texoma. We look at clear skies on the Lawton Tower cam. We thought we would see some cloud cover move into the region, but it has since dissipated across the entire area. 61 degrees with a 20-degree dew point, and west-southwest winds right now are at 11 miles per hour. Yesterday's high, we got up to 56 degrees, so it's only 2 above the average of 54. 32 was the morning low. That is only 2 above the average also of 30. As we enter this afternoon, we're looking at temperatures to be in the mid and upper 60s across Texoma. Wichita Falls 65, St. Per Henrietta, Eureka 66, Vernon, Altus, Quanah, and Crowell all at 67. And then you got 65 for Throckmorton and Knox City, Graham, Jacksboro there at 66 degrees. Mid to low 30s, and a couple of areas will be in the high 20s as we head into tonight, with 37 for Throckmorton, 31 for Wichita Falls, 35 for Henrietta. Lawton, Altus, again, the 2 spots that could get into the high 20s, as you guys are expected to get down to 29 degrees. We'll see some light winds as we head throughout today into tomorrow, picking up a little bit for your Tuesday afternoon, but then in comes a cold front there Wednesday morning. We're looking at a northerly wind shift. We're looking at gusts of around 30 to 35 miles per hour, especially heading into Wednesday afternoon. And the reason for that is you see this trough right here extends all the way down into Texoma, a almost near perfect north to south orientation of this thing. That combined with this high pressure off to the west creates this perfect funnel of all this air down into Texoma. Stays there as we go into Thursday and Friday. Then as we head into the weekend and the start of next week, you see the line right here. That's yellow line is pretty much the difference between the trough off to our north and this higher pressure off to our south. Whatever wins out next week is what is going to determine our temperature. If the trough wins out, we can see temperatures in the 40s. If the high pressure system wins out, we could be looking at temperatures in the 60s. So that's how big of a difference we are talking. For right now, 60s until we get to Wednesday. Then we're down to the 50s for Thursday through Saturday. As of this moment, most of the malls want the high pressure system to win out, going back into the low 60s for Sunday through next Wednesday, but we'll have to keep a very close eye on that as we go forward. satellite and radar showing the clear to mostly clear skies as we go throughout the rest of this afternoon. We saw some light cloud cover try to work its way in, maybe holding on a little bit right in there. As we look at Futurecast, clear to mostly clear skies for the rest of today. Same story for tomorrow. A little bit partly cloudy as we head into Wednesday, but clearing out for Wednesday afternoon and evening, and a lot of clear skies to end out your week. For the rest of today, high of 65 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's still mostly clear as we head into tonight. Your low is going to be right around 31 degrees. South-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. 7-day forecast shows the clear to mostly clear skies until Wednesday, then clearing back out for the weekend. And as we go into the weekend, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-50s. Don't go nowhere. More news coming up right after this.
At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's.
How to safely build a fire. And how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up.
Laws alone cannot stop the bullying.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy told him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it up. Love your mind.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say? Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait, reach out.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back. We've got Jessica joining us with Our Blood Institute, talking all about the current blood shortage in our region. Thank you so much for talking to me, Jessica.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, well, what are we looking at right now?
We are still in our blood appeal. It's where we're having an emergency shortage. We are still seeing kind of that downtrend of inventory. So we are working diligently to bring it back up. We've had some emergency pop-up drives come up this week. Of course, we have our regular scheduled drives and our center is open, even more than normal. But we are really working hard to educate donors and let everybody know that we need everybody to come in and donate blood as quickly and as soon as possible to help us get out of this shortage.
Okay, and right now, is there a specific type of blood that's needed, or is it all blood?
Well, as I always say, the most important blood type is your own. However, we really are critically low on our O's, O positive and O negative right now. So if you are in the O category, we want to see you.
Okay. Well, and then we got to talk about the process of giving blood. 'Cause I know for a lot of people, it's just that hesitation. Maybe they're afraid of needles, or they're just nervous about what the operation is like. Can you walk me through what that process is?
Sure. It's very easy. You come in, you see us. As long as you're feeling well that day and you have your ID, we'll take care of the rest. But I tell everybody, any needle stick is going to hurt a little bit, but it doesn't hurt bad. And really and truthfully, it's nothing in comparison to knowing that you are being that stand between for somebody in a family. They are in need right now. There are people in our hospitals right here in Wichita Falls who need blood products as we speak. And so that is what we're talking about here, is coming in, spending 45 minutes with some pretty cool people, getting some snacks. Today's the last day you get the 5K giveaway entry for a $5,000 drawing. So it's kind of a cool thing to do, just for a little bit of needle poke.
There we go. One donation can make a really big impact.
Yes,
now,
it can.
You can go to the Royal Estates today from 2 p.m. to 5, or tomorrow you can go visit TxDOT from 8 to 11 a.m. Friday, visit the River Star Casino from 1:30 to 5:30, and at any time you can schedule an appointment with OBI, the Wichita Falls Center, over on Gregory Street. If you need all those dates and times again, we'll have it inside the story over on TextHomelessHomepage.com. Go out, help save a life. It's really, really important. Jessica, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thanks again.
And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Stay tuned.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
There's a new star at News Nation. Her name is Katie Pavlich.
Smart insight.
Not every situation is the same, so we can put our critical thinking hats on.
Ready to get started.
Let's talk about it.
Katie Pavlich Tonight premieres January 19th at 10/9 Central on News Nation.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments, which I respond to.
Communities must step up.
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop the
normalization.
bullying.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun